a competition worthy of the continent's most enthusiastic fans and top-tier clubs. Our top 24 teams will clash, highlighting the best players from Asia and the world. Built on the foundations of past heroes, a new beginning is array, uniting Asia's football powerhouses. 24 of the elite teams from 2 regions, rivals replacing, to be crowned the ultimate champions. AFC Champions League Elite. Now let us turn our attention to the AFC Champions League 2. This platform offers a winning stage for established clubs to battle a county title with a pathway to excellence in Asian club football. We are ready for electrifying matches and fierce competition where every victory paves the way to unimaginable heights. This is the AFC Champions League 2. On the way to the top, along is the road. New heroes emerge, paving the way to glory. 32 clubs battle down from across Asia. AFC Champions League 2. Now introducing the AFC Challenge League. This platform serves as a launch pad for guiding stars to shine on the continental club stage. Witness the passion, the grit, and the raw talent of 20 aspiring teams representing the vibrant tapestry of Asian football. The Challenge League is not just about winning, it is about fostering development and a spirit of growth that will benefit the entire Asian football ecosystem in years to come. This is the AFC Challenge League. For the believers, for those that dream. The opportunity takers, where talent develops and fortune favors the brave. AFC Challenge League. The future of Asian club football shines brightly with the all-new AFC Women's Champions League. For the first time ever, Asia's top 12 women's clubs will converge to showcase their talent and compete for ultimate glory. This is more than just a competition. It is a powerful symbol of innovation and inclusivity, inspiring generations of female athletes to chase their dreams and write their own stories on the pitch. This is the AFC Women's Champions League.
Breaking new ground for women's club football in Asia. 12 of the best teams, chasing greatness, inspiring generations in a fierce contested competition to crown the best in Asia. AFC Women's Champions League.
This is Asia.
A very warm welcome to the Sultan Iskandar Stadium. We are in Johor at the southern tip of Malaysia For the final round of group matches of the AFC Champions League Elite, Johor Darul Taksim almost certain of qualification to the round of 16 against the Pohang Steelers, who need a win, you feel, if they are to progress. The full house signs are up in Johor. This is the standings. JDT, as we go into this final round of matches, in 5th place. Gwangju just ahead of them, one of the teams who beat Johor. Buram United just behind. Those two are playing each other now. But you look at Pohang Steelers, they are vulnerable. Anything other than victory today, and the two Shanghai teams can leapfrog them with victories in their matches. It's a coolish 27 degrees. Lovely night for football. Humidity quite low at 40%. Not much wind, but the passion of the crowd, Johor will be hoping will be able to carry them through. Their record in the AFC Champions League at home has been excellent. One draw against Buram. That was a thrilling 0-0 draw, if you can have such a thing. But excellent home performances, giving them 3-0 victories in their other two matches. Home form really has been a boon for JDT. On the road, I can tell you, it has not been so good for Pohang Steelers. They have lost all 3 of their matches on the road. Their home form looked like it was going to take them through, but a 4-0 home defeat just last week at the hands of Kawasaki puts them in this vulnerable position coming into the final match day 8. This is a revamped Asian Champions League Elite. We have the league stages, a Western group of 12 teams, an Eastern group of 12 teams. As for Pohang, they started off with a 4-1 away defeat at Shanghai Shenhua, beat Shanghai Port 3-0 at home, lost 1-0 at Buram, beat Shandong 4-2 at home, lost at Yokohama 2-0, beat Kobe, probably their best performance of the season. That was just before the new year. Since the new year, though, they lost to Kawasaki, and in their opener in the K1, in the K-League, they were beaten by 3-0 at the weekend. So played 2, lost 2, heavy defeats in both the matches in 2025 for Pohang Steelers. As for Johor Darul Taksim, well, they've already won the Malaysian FA Cup. They are literally one win away from winning an 11th straight title in the Malaysia Super League. A shot there of Fergus Tinney, one of their reserve players who's playing his football in Thailand at the moment. And they have got riches and resources really, really to relish. Indeed, they've gone out and purchased a number of new players, including Anselmo, who is the latest to be signed before the 31st of March deadline. They can sign, I think it's another 2 players before the 31st of March. Pohang Steelers, though, the story is all around them. For Johor Darul Taksim, they will qualify barring a huge defeat at home for them and a huge victory for Shanghai Port against Yokohama tomorrow. So it's relatively straightforward. I think what Johor are looking at, and this is a measure of how much they have grown as a club over the last couple of years, what they are looking at is a place in the top 4. And if they are in the top 4, that will give them home advantage in the second leg of the quarter-finals. That is what victory will provide for them. Pohang Steelers, for their reasons, as I outlined before, they also need that victory. They need to put their poor form behind them, their poor start to 2025 behind them. A victory here will go a long way to doing that. Remember, this is a side who won the Asian Champions League in 2009. They won the previous version of the top tier in Asia twice in the late 1990s, but they are really, really under pressure today. A very warm welcome to the Sultan Iskandar Stadium. Asian Champions League Elite, Johor Darul Taksim with a trophy in sight, hosting Pohang Steelers. These two teams met in the 2021 Asian Champions League. 2 wins for Pohang Steelers by 2-0 and 4-1. And there are some survivors for the JDT team from that match. Nacho Inter in the heart of midfield, Arif Ayman, who's been starring on the right wing, and Bergson da Silva and Yodi Amat. So there's a little bit of revenge in the air for those 4 Johor players, but this is a much changed and a much strengthened team. Many European players have been brought in to help Johor in their quest to get to the knockout stages and thereby onto Saudi Arabia for this 2025 edition of the AFC Champions League Elite. As for Pohang Steelers, mainly homegrown, mainly home-taught. A lot of players have come up through the academies within Pohang. They do have foreign players, and they'll have 2 big strikers, including the big number 9 there you saw, Jorge Luis. He will be leading the line for Pohang. Juan Muniz returns after an injury kept him out of the 2-1 victory in Australia, which has put Johor in such a strong position to progress to the round of 16. And here is the Johor Darul Taksim lineup. Bergson da Silva maintains his place as the main man alongside Arif Ayman. Returning after injury is Juan Muniz. Also returning after suspension is Murillo, who I'm expecting will play as a left wing back, with Oscar Arribas probably on the right-hand side. On the bench, Anselmo Moraes just became a signing yesterday. Heberty drops down to the bench after a fine performance in Australia last week. They have a team that is close to winning the title, and they have an Asian Champions League team, Johor Darul Taksim. They're investing heavily in promoting Johor and trying to get them onto a bigger stage. They've got an international quality referee, Adam Akamde from Jordan, the 37-year-old. He's in charge of today's match. He's actually refereeing in the Qatar Stars League, is the Jordanian. Been a FIFA referee since 2013, as we wait for the obligatory picture. And Nacho Ensa joins the Pohang captain. Adam, 37 years of age, 33 yellow cards, 1 red card in his last 10 matches. He does like to keep the cards in his pocket if he possibly can. Assistants all from Jordan. As for Pohang Steel as well, 5 changes from the side that were hammered in their last match in the Asian Champions League. Younguk comes into the heart of midfield. Ho Jae and Jorge will be leading the line. Yun Sang is an under-23 international, who I suspect will be coming on the left-hand side alongside Rocker Jr. On the bench, plenty of Korean under-23 international for Park Tae-ha to call upon. This is a rebuilding stage for Pohang Steelers. 6th in the K-League last season. Bad start with a 3-0 defeat at home to Daejeon at the House of Steel at the weekend. They will be looking for the beautiful pitch here at Sultan Iskandar to try to get their season back on track. The away form for Pohang Steelers in the Asian Champions League, though, not one to write home about. Defeated in Shanghai 4-1, defeated in Buriram in Thailand by a 1-0, and in Yokohama by 2-0. As for Johor, yet to concede a goal. Anthony Zubiara, one of a glut of Spanish players who are in the squad. Pohang Steelers get us underway, Asian Champions League Elite. Coming from right to left to dink down the line. Eddie Israfilov, wait for Zubiare to come out. Zubiare slices his clearance. Slight miscommunication amongst a very, very noisy atmosphere. There's no real pressure on Johor, other than that they put on themselves. And other than the fact they're probably looking beyond this qualification into who they might play in the next round. And I can tell you Gwangju and Buriram have drawn 2-2. So a victory here, and one of those two are the likely opponents, as a snapshot comes in from Han Chan-hee, 27-year-old who's been introduced to the team. Chan-hee will be in the heart of midfield. Yuri Amat, the Indonesian international. Munif spreads it out to the hero of Central Coast. It was Alvaro. Long ball out to Arif Ayman. Arif has got pace. Arif into the penalty area. And a square ball from Arif that's cleared by Shin Kwang-hoon. Yuri Amat. Muniz will probably have a free role, a creative role. Murillo will offer width down the left-hand side. Amat once again. Pressure being put on by Yun Sang. Srafilov elegantly just strides past the Korean under-23 international onto Oscar Arribas, who's got one Champions League goal to his name this year. Nacho Insa played in both of the defeats against Pohang in 2021. That was a group stage. Both matches played in Thailand's Rajamangala Stadium when COVID was doing its best to disrupt the world and the world of football. Dubiare. Plenty of closing down. That's George Lewis closing down on Amat. There is early pressure on. Lovely little give and go. And the first corner is conceded. Di Dolio, the experienced coach, he is putting together a team that he hopes can compete at the very, very top level. Itesiak to take this corner, starting from Seoul at the start of the 2024 season. Arif will try to get on to the end of this. Arif has got pace. If he can square this, he's got support. Arif looks up, and that's excellent blocking, and eventually cleared by Obadan. Israfilov helped out by his goalkeeper Alvaro. A careless, no-look headed pass nearly put JDT under pressure. Dubiare was quick to see the danger. Bagdeha, a very youthful-looking 56-year-old. Yongguk. It's a little bit loose. Played by Lee Tae-seok. Start again, they say. 3-0 defeat in the league at the weekend was the result looks bad, but the statistics were all in favour of Pohang. They hit the woodwork twice. They were caught on the break to concede 2 goals very, very late on. The general consensus is that they didn't deserve that home defeat against Daejeon in the K-League. They were well beaten, though, in the Asian Champions League a week ago. So confidence won't be high just at the moment. As Amat looks for Arif Ayman. Arif has got Bergson inside of him. Arif still goes. Arif Ayman! There's neither a shot nor a pass in the end, but a thrilling run by the Pahang-born winger, driving at the heart of that Pohang defence. He's trying to flick with the outside of his boot as we watch. Juninho! Lovely effort. Cutting in from the right-hand side, flashes a left-footed shot. And had Dubiare scrambling. Well, they've come on the front foot of Pohang. That's aggressive. I think Dubiare has that covered. Excellent intent there from Juninho, 27-year-old Brazilian. Arribas is caught out. Obadan does well. Brazilian offensive midfielder, Dunga-esque from what I've been able to see of him. Just sits there, does the dirty work. Takes some people back. Dunga, one of the great Brazil teams of the 890s. Hoisted forward. Oh, it's a poor header. A couple of times Alvaro has been really loose with his headed clearances. Very much the hero in the first game, Alvaro. Muniz is there. Muniz did really well under pressure from Obadan to buy a free kick for JDT. Kind of Pohang in real need of a win. Again, a little bit careless. That time from Jonathan Vieira, another of the recent signings. Murillo, back from suspension. The Johor players were red-carded in the 0-0 draw with Buriram. Obadan does well, avoids the referee and still retains possession of the ball. Taesiok, ball left foot. Guang out to Dong Hee. Shihan. It's an encouraging start for Pohang Steelers. In terms of Asian pedigree, Pohang Steelers certainly have that. Murillo, miscommunication with Alvaro. Muniz does well, wins it back. Bergson. Oscar Arribas overlaps. Gives it Arif Ayman. Muniz lines up the shot that's punched clear by Pyongguk. Arif. Oscar. It's off Arribas, well defended by Taesiok. Taesiok hoisted forward. Nacho Inter gets the header first. Alvaro. That's better, finds Bergson. Trafilov slows it down. Every Pohang player back behind the ball. Muniz. Here's Trafilov, Azerbaijani international, but born in Spain. Foul comes in from Taesiok. It's rather aggressive from the Korean international. Oscar Arribas on the receiving end. There's the earlier effort, fizzed in by Muniz. Free kick on the edge of the penalty area. That was taken quickly by JDT. Vieira, taken out by Juninho. Well, we've seen Juninho, one good effort at one end, not such good defending from the Brazilian there. Muniz, his left foot, possibly not quite the angle that he's after, Juan Muniz, but he's certainly capable of scoring from here. He's got one Asian Champions League goal at the other end of this stadium. A big wall. Muniz goes for goal and isn't far away. Dong Hyuk, I think, was happy it was going wide. Yeah, pulls his arm away. Good effort from Juan Muniz. Mingguang. Finds space onto Shin Kwang-hoon. Lovely ball down the line. It's good movement there from Yun Sang. Obadan. Flag stays down. Juninho. Obadan. On a clear header. That is a chance for Ho Jae. He's offside. But Ho Jae was left all alone in the middle of the goal there. And Pohang Steelers have certainly come here with some intent. That's where the offside was. Assistant referee wasn't sure. Juninho does well. The offside also against Lee Ho Jae. 24-year-old Ho Jae. From the University Leagues, as Muniz tries to play in Mario. Much too much on that from Juan Muniz. Mingguang. There's Lewis. Strafilov is there. Mario's header. Delta clear by Mingguang. Lag stays down. Juninho once again. Well, is that a cross, a shot? We're not quite sure, but he's certainly seeing plenty of the ball, is the 27-year-old Juninho. Jordanian referee. Adam just making sure Lee Ho Jae doesn't break the line too early. Vieira doesn't quite get a touch on that. Johor with all this investment in players for the Asian Champions League, of players who obviously have played at a high standard and not playing an awful lot of competitive football. Anticipating there'll be a few moments where they really need to work on the cohesion. Team for Pohang, they're just in their pre-season. It's Nacho Inter. To Alvaro. Arif, yeah. Makes a back for Lee Tae-seok. Played 6 out of the 7 games in this Asian Champions League, Lee Tae-seok. Really is difficult what to make of Pohang. Team in transition, yes. Capable of the performance they put up against Vissel Kobe. Arguably one of the most impressive of the whole tournament, a 3-1 victory over Kobe, J-League champions. George Lewis. Bergson, one Brazilian number 9, tracking the other. Looking a little frustrated. Little space into the middle. Unsung, dispossessed by Nacho Inter. Alvaro, Zubiade. Possession the key for JDT at the moment. We'll be 15 minutes in. Pohang certainly had the best of the opening stages. Arif Ayman, a couple of exciting little bursts, but a miscontrol there from Arif. Then given away by Dong Hee. To Oscar Arribas. Good challenge from George. OJ. Juninho available on one side, and well, that is mightily ambitious. Juninho still quizzing. How did he play the ball in? High press from Pohang, 6 players, make it difficult for JDT to get possession. That's been a feature of this opening quarter. George. OJ lurking in the middle. George acting as a winger, gets the ball across, and that's spun off. It's Rafilov, and somehow squirts safely back to his goalkeeper, Zubiare. That's sharp goalkeeping from Zubiare. You do not expect this to come at you. Israfilov misses with his right foot, hits his back heel. And it's indicative of the start that Pohang have made. Vieira. Tough pass into Nacho Inter. Again. Vieira. Inter. Murillo spins his man. Gets away from Kwang Hoon. Looks for Bergson. That's well defended by Donkey, but terrific from Murillo. He's officially down as a left wing back, Murillo, but an out-and-out winger when he can spin and turn away. The early cross in. Looks for Bergson. Well played by Mingwang it was to get the clearance in. First corner of this match to Johor. Juan Muniz goes over. Israfilov is up there. Bergson's in the penalty area. 5 red and blue shirts. Arif Ayman waits just outside. Of course, there's some nonsense going on. Some big boys in that Korean team. Team from the Steel Town. Very physical outfit. Whipped into the near post. Murillo is there first. Just pokes it goalwards. That'll be a goal kick for Pohang Steelers. Kawasaki Frontale beaten Central Coast Mariners. They're 1st and 12th respectively in the table. So Kawasaki top-seeded in the East. Gwangju and Buriram 2 apiece. Gwangju 4th in the table as it stands. Buriram 5th. A victory for Johor would send them up to 4th. A contest against Gwangju. Round of 16, 2-legged affairs, home and away. The team that comes first plays the team that came 8th. 2nd, 7th, Nacho Inter, lovely little nutmeg, but Obadan is there. Does nicely, Obadan. That's really well played. No nonsense stuff. Travelov steps up. Juninho, just clipped by Murillo. Donkey to Mingwang, 32-year-old. Obadan. Shrapilov is Alvaro is there to close the gaps, and Arif's done well. Good strength from Arif Ayman. It's going to be a foul and possibly a card. I'm having a look at the referee, and at the moment there is no card, and Tae-seok has scarpered as far away as he possibly can. As I said before the match, the referee does like to keep his cards in his pocket. Wang offers an apology without any sincerity whatsoever. Israfilov. Alvaro. There it goes backwards. Being rather hurried in midfield are Johor by Pohang. Here's Adibas. Little tug. That one is Tae-seok. And referee happy just to award the foul. No real malicious intent. No quick break was in the offing. Muniz. Mario again hugging the far touchline, trying to make the pitch as wide as he can when Johor go forward. Inter. Spanish-born but Malaysian international Nacho Inter. Arif Ayman, 4 Champions League goals. Here's Adibas, Bergson, Vieira, Mario. Nice football. 2 in the penalty area. Looks for Bergson. Rigs to Jonathan Vieira. Mario again. Shin does better that time, dealing with Mario. And Shin Kwang-hoon. Bit of a veteran, Shin. Long-time Steeler. He'll be under real pressure against Mario, who doesn't like to run at his full-back given the chance. Israfilov onto Arif Ayman. Tae-seok in quickly. Goalkeeper sides left-footed clearance, Pyong-hyuk. Ho-jae against Israfilov. Proper old-school centre-forward is Lee Ho-jae. Obadan again does such a good job. Shin Kwang-hoon. Good sign. Couldn't take it in his stride. It's the old-school big man, little man up front for Korea. Yunsang and Ho-jae. Jonathan Vieira does well under pressure from Obadan. Does wonderfully well. Good battle. Muniz looks for Bergson, but there was a alert goalkeeping from Yum Pyong-guk. Just beyond halfway through the first half. Johor starting to get back into the game. Laid down the line to Ho-jae, who looked offside. The assistant's flag goes up. Willing runner, Lee Ho-jae. Would have been interesting if they'd gone on to score a goal. Maybe Israfilov just stepping up. I think it's right, but thinking doesn't work in these days of VAR. Well, Johor like to play it out from the back and indeed continue to do so. Nacho Inter turns around the corner to Muniz. A little bit of space, pings one out towards Oscar Arribas. Tae-seok is there. George Lewis drives down this left-hand channel, shrugs off the challenge of Arif. Deserves his place in the starting 11, does Arif Aiman, very much so. The only Malaysian in the starting squad, the only Malaysian-born player in the starting squad. Juninho. Rio with some defensive work to do. Juninho flies one over to Luis. Beautiful take. One Brazilian to the other. Looks into the back post. And it's in off the post. There is the danger. Lee Ho-jae. Well, it's no less than Pohang deserve. They've come here looking for the victory. It was a lovely sweeping ball from Juninho out wide to Jorge Luis Teixeira, and he's just flighted that ball in. And look at the run now. The centre-forward makes the run. Lee Ho-jae makes the run now. Nobody goes with him. It's a fabulous header off the post. Terrific goal. And Ho-jae, who hit the woodwork twice in the league game at the weekend against Daejeon for Pohang, hits the woodwork again, but this time it goes in, and Johor concede their first AFC Champions League goal at home to Lee Ho-jae. Now the calculations come in for Johor. It's not a case of victory anymore, it's a case of what can we rescue from this game. Muniz round the corner. Obadam. Juninho sprints clear. Little give and go. Rio just gets in a touch. Sang it was looking for that 1-2 with Juninho. This front four have caused all kinds of problems. Juninho on the right, Jorge Luis down the left, and the little and large Lee Ho-jae and Hong Yoon-sang through the middle. Subiar has to go long. Works and tries to get in there, but eased off by Lee Dong-hee. First goal of the new year for Pohang Steelers. Tae-seok. Tae-seok once again. Trying to be clever, flick it over his shoulder. Didn't quite come off with the pressure from Oscar Arribas. Tries to steal 10 yards. Back. Guri Amat. Shrafilov. Arribas has made a run forward. Arif Aiman comes from deep. Nacho is dispossessed by Jorge Luis. And look at this, we've got a two-man break. Juninho, will he cut inside? And Juninho thinks of getting the shot away. Muniz does a good job once again. Jonathan Vieira. Oh, that looked like a cheap foul against Shin Han-gun. Then Vieira is blocked away and it breaks to Juninho. Muniz. Arif works into his left. Arribas to his right. Again, terrific defensive work from Obadam, but breaks to Arif Aiman once again. Moscon to Muniz. Looks for Bergson, too much on that. Runs through to Yum Kyung-gyuk. A win in Australia last week for Johor Johor Darul Taksim 2-1 against Central Coast Mariners. Was against 10 men for half a game. As Mario goes across the goal, finds Arif Ironman. Arif can go either side, and Arif goes to the byline, wins a corner. Second of this first half for Johor Darul Taksim. Positive response to the concession of the goal. Muniz, too much on that from Muniz. Kim Kyung-guk, 32-year-old, has wrested the #1 position from Hwang In-jae, who was an international keeper, aside from Kim Cheon, but Kyung-guk winning that battle of the #1s at the moment, keeping a clean sheet. Shrafilov gets in there, ahead of Ojay. Mario. No communication to him, and Juninho able just to take the ball off Mario's toes. And Alvaro, there's a big gap between Alvaro as the left centre-back and Eddie Shrafilov, and nobody tracked the runner coming through there. There was Yuntang. Alvaro had to stretch. Johor not looking comfortable in defence against Pohang when they attack. Amat and Nacho. Alvaro. Oscar Arribas has got clear. Just too much on that. It skips off the lovely turf, which was watered beforehand. Johor like to play slick passing movements, but so do Pohang Steelers. If Pohang were to be eliminated, and at the moment they're not, but if they were, it would be a big shock. The Korean and the Japanese teams are expected to progress in this groups system. The live standings at the moment, Johor Darul Taksim in 7th place. Shanghai Shenhua are winning against Vissel Kobe. If it stands like that, Johor would take on Yokohama Marinos, last season's runners-up in the whole competition, in the round of 16. Yuri Amat. Good strength there from Ringwang. Saw off Bergson, and then cuts across Bergson. That's going to be a foul against the Korean. That looked pretty cynical, it must be said, from Jun Mingguang. He saw that Bergson was looking to try to pick up the second ball. Emotional figure is Bergson de Silva. Knows where the back of the net is. 23 goals in 17 league games. You missed out in a couple of the selections earlier on in this Asian Champions League campaign. Wasn't happy about it. Obregon getting the nod in those games, but he's come back, responded. Free kick for Muniz again, possibly too far out. four-man wall for goalkeeper Yim Pyong-guk. It is a long way out. Muniz can hit it. So can Jonathan Vieira, but it's Muniz. Yeah, the goalkeeper withdraws his hand. Twice Muniz has gone close from free kicks. Goalkeeper comfortable that that's close, but not sneaking into the corner. Johor Darul Taksim 0, Pohang Steelers 1. 36 minutes played at the Sultan Iskander Stadium. Vieira blocked off by Lee Ho-jae. Vieira once again, Bergson, Jonathan Vieira, little shimmy, goes to the far post, Bergson, and put in the rebound by Oscar Arribas. A second AFC Champions League goal of the season for Oscar Arribas. It was made by Jonathan Vieira. Bergson puts in the header that's only palmed out, and Arribas attacks the 6-yard box, getting players into the penalty area in support of the centre forward. Reaps a rich dividend, and Vieira, having just misplaced a couple of passes, produces a wonderful assist for Bergson. Keeper maybe could have caught that. Arribas punishes him. And JDT are back all square. Well, the right wing back following up into the edge of the 6-yard box. Second goal of this Champions League season. Arif wins it back for Nacho Inter. And Bergson squares one. Good hands. Oh, it's... Tell you what, it's squirmed out of the gloves of Pyong-guk. Bergson has absolutely come to life. That little contretemps with John Ming-wong has really, really put the fire in the belly of the Brazilian. The goalkeeper's not got that under control at all. He's a lucky boy to get a free kick there. But Pohang come forward. Changes the dynamic of the match and of the group and of the quarter-finals and of the whole competition. Good pressure coming in on the back of Han Chan-hee. Jubiare can go through. George Lewis just nearly getting Lee Ho-jae clear. They're well operating on this left-hand side as the Brazilian. Alvaro Gonzalez fires it into Jonathan Vieira. Gosh, there you go, my friend. See what you can do with that. To his credit, Vieira managed to retain possession. And Vieira looks for Arribas. Sliding challenge. That's George Lewis doing great work defensively. Referee's played an excellent advantage. Obadon scampers clear. And the Brazilian is through, and Obadon cuts inside and is blocked off at the expense of a corner. Terrific break from Obadon. We don't see him get forward that much, but he saw the opportunity, drives from halfway. It's good defensive work from Juan Muniz. Second corner for the visitors, Pohang Steelers. Led by a 1-0, being pegged back. Got some big men at the far post. Minh Quang, Ho Jae, score of the first. George Lewis, of course. Tae Seok will hurl this one to the back post. And it's met by Jordi Amat. Abadom knocks it out for a Johor throw-in. Bit of double teaming on Shin Kwang-hoon. Get stats and data on all the matches on the AFC app. Download it now. Flag stays down. Again, Alvaro is the man who's just keeping people onside, and a slap clearance from Alvaro Gonzalez. Well, he was a hero last week with 2 goals. Amat only finds Ho Jae. Ho Jae! Side netting. Ho Jae, lovely first touch, and then just pushes it to one side of Alvaro. Lovely clean strike. Alvaro onto Murillo. He's had a quiet spell after taking on Kwang-hoon a couple of times. Here's Arribas, score of the goal. Bergson. That's not the worst ball by Bergson. I think he's got every right to expect the midfielder to be coming in to attacking the edge of the penalty area. Muniz. Murillo. Very difficult to slow that ball down from Muniz. It's a good game of football. Pohang have come to win. Johor want to win. Ergo, opportunities. Bergson in with the challenge, a little bit late. He always looks so innocent, Bergson. Chan-hee. High intensity game of football so far. Shin Kwang-hoon. Shrapilov is there. The Pohang players are finding a little bit of space in between the Johor midfield. That breaks to Bergson. Good recovery from Minh Quang. George Lewis, Obadon. Chan-hee. Splits it out wide to Juninho. Feel there's something in Juninho. Shin Kwang-hoon looks inside. Ho Jae, great tackle. Nacho Inter on the edge of the penalty area. Nothing but ball. And Jonathan Vieira drives forward. Arif Ayman ahead of him. Vieira looks for Arif, who's expertly blocked off by Lee Dong-hee. Knew exactly what he was doing, Lee Dong-hee. Arif finds out that Lee Dong-hee is a muscular chap. Akin to running into a brick wall. Knows exactly what he's doing, 25-year-old. Here's the goal. Terrific play from George Lewis. And then a deep cross. Shrapilov aware of the danger. Is that Alvaro's man? And then the equaliser made by Jonathan Vieira. Bergson's header beaten out. Oscar Arribas first to react. That gives you your scoreline top left. Johor 1, Pohang 1. In the standings, Johor now 5th, Pohang 9th, out of the equation at the moment. because Shanghai Shenhua are leading in their match at Vissel Kobe. Oh. And I'm sure Pohang management will be very aware of what's going on. The least they need from this is a point, the least. Ulsan already eliminated, one of the giants of Korean football, indeed the champion team of Korean football, are already out. For Pohang to go out as well, not be a good look for Korean domestic football. Mario battles well, scampers clear, takes on Obadam, but that's a little bit too much. Obadam wins it back, Juninho. OJ. Monghoon has to check. Obadam once again is the man who's first to react. He's been excellent in the heart of midfield for Pohang Steelers. Arif, a couple of early bursts from him, a couple from Mario. Bergson gives it away. Yunsang can't pick out his man. Muniz. Amat. Alvaro on to Mario. Alvaro Gonzalez again. Incessant noise from the home fans. The drums they've been beating from first minute to 47th. Oscar Arribas, referee, has a look at the watch and blows his whistle for half-time. It's an excellent competitive game of football where both teams need the result. Lee Ho Jae with a far post header to give Pohang Steelers the lead. And then 8 minutes before half-time, the equaliser from Oscar Arribas after Bergson de Silva's header have been beaten out. Nacho Inter and co have done a fine job defensively against the Pohang Steelers team, who know that nothing but a victory is really going to be enough. Intriguing second half setup for Johor. Well, they've still to be beaten on home soil in AFC Champions League Elite action. But they're facing a very, very good competitor here at half-time. It is Johor Darul Taksim 1, Pohang Steelers 1.
competition worthy of the continent's most enthusiastic fans and top-tier class. Our top 24 teams will clash, highlighting the best players from Asia and the world. Built on the foundations of past heroes, a new beginning has arrived, uniting Asia's football powerhouses. 24 of the elite teams from 2 regions.
Chasing greatness, inspiring generations. It is contested competition to crown the best in Asia.
the decision-making process in the event of a clear and obvious error or serious misplacement in relation to goal, no goal, penalty, no penalty, direct red card, mistaken identity, when the referee cautions or sends off the wrong player of the offending team. Stationed in the video operations room, the VAR team will have access to all the camera feeds and will automatically check every match incident. In the event of a clear and obvious error, the VAR communicates with the referee immediately, after which the referee will signal a check by pointing to their ear to indicate that the restart of play is being delayed. The VAR can suggest a review, but only the referee can initiate the review by signaling the outline of a TV screen. The referee always makes the final decision, but can be supported by the VAR in two ways: using the information received from the VAR for factual decisions, or personally reviewing the incident and the referee review area for decisions that require an interpretation.
A very warm welcome back to the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium in the Johor Iskandar, part of the southern tip of Malaysia. It is half-time in this Asian Champions League Elite contest between Pohang Steelers and Johor Darul Taksim. It is 1 goal apiece in an intense game of football in the opening 45 minutes. Fine strike from Lee Ho Jae, giving Pohang the lead. Oscar Arribas with his second Asian Champions League goal of the campaign, equalising for JDT. Other scores elsewhere tell us that Pohang are currently out of the top 8 positions. With games taking place tomorrow involving Shandong, there's still a chance that even if they only draw here, they will get through as a top 8 team. But they think, I would think, they need to win this match to get through. George Lewis setting up their first goal. It's been an excellent performance by the front four. Of course, JDT, more problems than many teams have who've come to this Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. One change in this second half, and it's central midfielder Kim Jong-woo coming on. Harry Feynman, the local hero, hasn't really had much of the ball. For Pohang Steelers, I'm not anticipating that substitution for Kim Jong-woo to make any real changes in how they'll approach this game. They've largely kept 4 players up all the way through. Jong-woo, it's his 6th Champions League start, or 6th Champions League appearance for Pohang Steelers in their 8 games. Adam Makadme gets us underway in the second half. Asian Champions League Elite, Johor Darul Taksim going right to left in their state colours of red and blue. Alvaro down to Murillo, a little fancy flick from Murillo. And Murillo, a little bit more circumspect, finds Yuri Amat. Kim does well. It's his first battle Obadon. Kim's second touch finds Obadon, spreads it out wide to Juninho, who really does look lively. It's behind Kim, he leaves it to the goal scorer, Lee Ho Jae. Coming forward from left back, Tae Seok. George all the way back. This is the captain, Lee Dong-hee. Well, the new captain, Lee Dong-hee, with Han Chan-hee off the pitch now. Tae Seok. Obadon. Strong challenge there coming in from Nacho Winter. He left a lot there on Obadon. The referee, I think, is going to be calling over Nacho Winter just to have a word. He's, for the most part, kept his, well, completely kept his cards in his pocket so far. Likes to let the game flow, but that was just a little bit late from Nacho Winter. Got there as quick as I can, says the Malaysian international. Ooh. It's late on the shin, plus a little bit of a hip check as there as well, and a little bit around the back of the shoulder. Jody Ahmed clears. Diving header from John Min Guang. Top 8 go through to the knockout stages in this 12-team league. Points first. Then goal difference, then goals scored, as Arif Ahmed has tried to play through. And then if the teams are identical and it's not beyond the realms of possibility, the Pohang will be very similar to Shandong Taishan. It goes down to who has taken fewer yellow and red cards in the 7 group games. Here's Juninho. Nearly gets it back, Juninho. Instead, Bergson. Collision there between Obadon and Bergson. Bergson's come off second best. Obadon, and to his credit, Lee Dong-hee, both immediately called the referee's attention to that. Both players were sliding in. It was a collision. More the hip on the shin for Bergson. Really have liked the work of Obadon. Joined from Figueirense in 2024 and is very much part of the rebuild of Pohang Steelers. Runners up in the K-League in 2023, which is how they got the invite for this Asian Champions League. 6 last year, though they did win the FA Cup. Back-to-back FA Cup wins for Pohang. Same for Johor. Johor, back-to-back everything. They're on the cusp of an 11th straight league title. They're in the Malaysia Cup final, looking for a hat-trick of wins. FA Cup winners, and looking to make progress in this, almost certain to make progress. Even a defeat here, going to take an extraordinary victory for Shandong tomorrow against Yokohama. There's Jonathan Vieira. Muniz. Bergson waiting for permission to come on as Mario does a couple of fancy little jigs and looks for somebody to pass to, and finds Arif Ahmed, who does a couple of jigs of his own. Still, Bergson is eventually allowed on by the referee. Vieira, Amat and Arribas. Yuri Amat, Eddie Shrafilov, Subiare, Nacho Winter. Mauro Gonzalez gives the ball away. It's a lovely ball. Arribas just couldn't feed it through the legs of Mingwang. Muniz wins it back. Israfilov. Vissel Kobe trailing 3-0 against Shanghai Shenhua. Shanghai, one of the teams below Pohang. Bergson! Pushed away, Bergson! The 34-year-old has such an appetite for goals. There was nothing on when this was played through to him. He had to be stronger than a strong centre-back. He can dance now, but it was all about power. He's up here against Lee Dong-hee, and he's stronger than Lee Dong-hee. Goes past the keeper, and then from an impossible angle, finds the corner. Via the net. That is Bergson da Silva at his precocious best. Strength, tenacity and accuracy, and another goal for Bergson da Silva, and Johor Darul takes him lead by 2-1. Pohang Steelers, well, they now rely upon others to save them in this season's Asian Champions League Elite. '52nd minute goal from Bergson. Wonderful execution, but such tenacity. Mario onto Nacho, hauled down. Changes coming for Pohang Steelers. They've got to respond. They need to win. Hai Sundong is the man who comes on surprisingly. And with a face of thunder, it is Jorge Luis Teixeira who is replaced. .33-year-old, very, very different kind of player. More of a creator. As Bergson goes down, there's a connection of heads there between him and Chim Kwang-hoon. Kwang-hoon stayed on his feet. Bergson. Referee, as he has with everything, just quietly deals with everything. Not a lot in it. Well, Pohang from a goal up, now trail 2-1. And this Asian Champions League team that Johor have put together, I tell you, nobody will fancy playing them. Certainly not here. A goal 8 minutes before half-time, a goal 7 minutes after half-time, 15 minutes that could spell the end of Pohang Steelers' Asian Champions League Elite campaign. And they would have expected, anticipated to go a lot further than this. Their confidence will be shot as well on the back of a 4-0 defeat last week to Kawasaki, a 3-0 lead defeat to Dejon, and a mistake, and Arif Ayman walks in, number 3! Yun Pyunguk tries to play out from the back, and all he succeeds in doing is passing it to the pressing Arif Ayman. So many coaches like to do this. Arif does a good job, sends the keeper the wrong way, and after that, goal number 5 in this Asian Champions League for the precocious talent that is Arif Ayman. That's gorgeously done. So easy to panic and try to hit the empty net there, but no, he cuts inside. And Johor are putting one of Asia's giants to the sword. 3-1. Easy as you like, says Arif. Easy as you like. Oh my word. Pohang, what have they got in response? It's 2 hammer blows in the opening 14 minutes of this second half. Well played by Munith. Back flick, fancy stuff from Nacho Inter. That's a team that's high on confidence. Mario down the line, good challenging back by Juninho. Scowls covering the faces of the Pohang Steelers. 2-0 and 4-1 when these teams met last time. Older Pohang fans will have memories of a 10-1 Asian Champions League victory over Selangor years and years ago. Malaysian teams aren't meant to be this much trouble. A yellow card here for Bergson de Silva. He's an emotional chap. Johor now 4th in the standings. Gwangju drew 2-2 with Buriram. As it stands, Gwangju would be the opponent for Johor Darul Taksim. The second leg, though, crucially, would be here. JDT with a better goal difference than Gwangju, and looking to improve it even further. Bergson, flag stays down, now it goes up. That one will be disallowed. VAR will have a little check. In the VAR room, we've got Fu Ming and Wang Di from China's People's Republic. Well offside. Good defensive work from Shin Kwang Hoon. Steps up. Bergs, it's a confident finish. Good scrapping by Vieira. And Vieira might chase. Goalkeeper Pyunguk gets there first. Fires to Obadon, who only finds Arif Ayman. Bergson! Poured away. Pohang at 6s and 7s. Alvaro Gonzalez. Oscar Arribas. Loses possession. Hojay. Juninho. Suddenly surrounded by three, but Juninho gets to the byline. And Hojay puts one just wide under pressure from Ashrafilov. Third change, and Juninho is the man who's being replaced by Park Tae-ha. The man who's coming on, former Korean international Kim In-sung. Vieira drives forward. All down. Well, Jong-woo, he's been on the pitch 16 minutes and it's all been coming at him. He's had no opportunity to influence the game. Indeed, Bergson's excellent individual goal. And then the mistake from Pyongyang to enable Arif Ayman to make it 3-1. Johor in complete control of this contest. Bergson does well, holds off his man, Arif to his left, defended by Lee Dong-hee. Nacho Inter is in there, but too eagerly for referee Adams' liking. Quick free kick attempted. Snapping into the challengers, and at 38 years of age, Nacho Inter is arguably playing the best football of his long career. He's loving the responsibility of captaining Johor Darul Taksim in this elevated elite level of Asian football. Pohang, as it stands, eliminated. The 2009 champions would be eliminated. 5 defeats on the road. 4 defeats on the road, plus the home defeat last week. If it remains 3-1. Long ball over the top for In-sung. Just look at the body language of some of these Pohang Steelers players, and the shoulders are a little bit drooped. Wondering where the leader is, who the leader is. The two centre-backs are completely being dominated by Bergson de Silva in this second half. Lubiare looks for Murillo, finds Murillo with a silky touch. Bergson to the ball. This might break. Ashrafilov is there. Vieira drives forward. Vieira does well. Bergson looks out wide. Oscar Arribas wide of the near post. Wants a corner. Doesn't get it. Pohang. What have they got? Kim In-sung. How about Yodi Amat? For Pohang, 10 goals now conceded in 3 matches since the turn of the year. 7 now in 2 Asian Champions League matches, plus 3 in the K-League opener. Bang Hoon. Min Sung. Bang Hoon again. And Sung's done well. Can he get across him? He certainly can. Comes to the edge of the penalty area. Oh, it's just wide. Murillo's deflection. Yun Sang, who's moved over to the left-hand side, danced in. Does well to just cut inside Alvaro. And is unlucky that he doesn't find the bottom corner. First corner of this second half to Pohang Steelers. I think that's come off the back of Pike. When this league was drawn, the idea of Pohang and Ulsan being eliminated wouldn't have crossed anybody's mind. Central Coast, yes, maybe. Johor, I'm sure many would have thought would be in the bottom group, but there's been such investment in the team. Kim In-sung does well. Is blocked off by Murillo. Not accidentally, that's a free kick. Accidentally at all. Jongwoo. Six, seven blue shirts looking for an opportunity to at least try to get them back into the game, but every JDT player was back defending. Southern Tigers, they call them. Murillo does well. Zubiare can't keep the ball from going out. It looked like he had. Vissel Kobe 1-0. Shanghai Shenhua 3. Johor 3, Pohang 1. To the back post where Lee Dong-hee change coming on. Heberty prepares to come on as we have a look at Dong-hee. This is a good chance actually. Maybe put off by the defensive work ahead of him. Heberty Gonzalez on for Murillo. Vieira, lovely touch. Bergson, a chance to run. To his left, he's got Arribas. Bergson, snapshot on his own. Well, he was quiet for 30 minutes, was Bergson. Then he got involved in a little bit of a contretemps with John Min Guang. Since then, he has been electric. Clubs in Malaysia know all about him. Now he's growing onto this Asian stage. Yongguk has to go long. OJ beaten in the air by Israfilov. Bergson again. Good scrapping by Oscar Arribas. Gets the free kick because of the over-aggression from Kim Jong-woo. this. Eberty. Sweeping run from In-sung. Deflection. Pohang, plenty of bodies up. Swung in by Kwang Ho. And again, the big man Lee Ho-jae, he's the danger. He scored one, arguably, he could have had a hat-trick. Comes onto this and just doesn't time it right. 6 yards out. He's had one right-footed effort into the side netting. That header plus his goal. Crowd of 34,500 has been announced. They've really bought into this Asian Champions League here at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. Scrambling wide, that's In-sung. 4 in the penalty area. In-sung a second chance. In-sung. They really have no option but to go forward, Pohang Steelers. And a second goal would make this final 18 minutes absolutely on a knife edge. Fourth for Johor. It'll be party time. There's already celebrations for the Chinese festival in Johor. Amat. Ho-jae. Kim In-sung. Faced by Adibas. JDT reverted to a more orthodox back four. Adibas on the left-hand side. Shin comes inside to Obadan. Vieira can't get a touch. Shin is there. Little ball over the top. The flag stays down. And again, it's just too far ahead of Lee Ho-jae. And a change. Afik Fazel comes on for JDT to try to see out these final 15 minutes or so. That would have been onside. And not far away from pinching a second goal and giving Johor a nervous finale to this game. Juan Muniz goes off back after missing the Central Coast victory. Afik Fazel, a more defensively minded player. Vieira will chase, but Cancun will get there first. Rapilov, he's come through the back of his man there. That was always going to be a difficult one for Kim In-sung, but they take it quickly. And Shin looks to the back post. In-sung will chase and does well to keep it alive. And is then dispossessed by Arif Ayman. Afik onto Heberty. Nacho, Afik, lovely football. Little give and go. Afik tries to spread it to Bergson. Two JDT defenders close in on Lee Ho-jae. And then one. Afik will pick up a yellow card for that. A little bit naughty from the Malaysian international. Yellow card for him. And a painful one for Lee Ho-jae. First yellow card of the night from the referee, Adam Khadme. Jordanian has lived up to his reputation of trying to let the game flow, allowing tackles. Really no choice there, Nafik Fazail. Here's the Bergson goal. Strength there to see off Lee, and then what a finish, having gone round Pyongguk. Nacho slices that one, not very prettily, over the bar, but there's an offside anyway against Pohang Steelers over on the far side. The first ball in to John Mingguang. Nobody can say Johor have not been tested in this competition. They started with a 2-2 draw in Shanghai against Shanghai Port, beat Shenhua here 3-0, lost to Gwangju 3-1. Many of the players say they'd like to right that wrong, and they might have the chance at the moment. Johor 4th in the table, Gwangju 5th. They beat Ulsan 3-0 here, comprehensive win. Lost 1-0 in Shandong, drew 0-0 here with Buriram. In a very intense contest. Won at Central Coast last week, and now they lead Pohang Steelers by 3-1. That is a tough league campaign, and now they come forward with Heberty. Looks out wide to Bergson. Afik, Heberty, who can hit them, and does hit one. We look at Heberty. There's another change for Pohang Steelers, who maybe now are starting to think of K-League. A couple of changes of personnel now for Pohang. Lee Ho-jae is off after a really hard-working effort from Ho-jae. Jay is the replacement. Lovely spin and turn. Pulls it back and tucked in. They've got one goal back. That's beautifully done on the other side by Yun Sang. That little knot of fans up at the far corner. They've got something to hold on to. First touch for Hyun Jae, but look at this work from Hong Yun Sang. Spins away from Yori Amat, and a lovely little side foot into the empty goal for Kang Hyun-jae. I'll talk about an impact substitute. Literally came on less than 30 seconds before he was given that chance. Well, we're checking the goal for some reason. Quite rightly, it's given. So a nervy 10 minutes for Johor. Afik finds Jody. Zubiar. Pohang still trail, so they're still out of the competition. But they have themselves a lifeline, possibly. Heberty does well. Nacho and Heberty wants to get on with things. For the second time. John Agwu. Zubiar. Under pressure. Kim In-sung. Obadan. They've really got something to play for now, Pohang. On the corner. Kim In-sung once again. Plays it back to Jeonje. Plenty of blue shirts in Johor territory. Obadan. Too much on that from Obadan. Jeonje. The head in hands for Obadan. Bergson's done well. Won a free kick. Well, a triple change. Vieira and Bergson make their way off. We're going to see a debut for Anselmo Moraes, who only got into the country a couple of days ago. There is Moraes, the number 87, on for his debut. As we have a look once again at Bergson, the Silvers. Excellent effort. This was an important goal for the 2-1. Anselmo on, just to try to anchor things up with Afik Fazel in the heart of midfield. Also on, Jesse Rodriguez. Free kick. And Obregon, I should say as well, the Colombian. Arif Ayman scored one already. His Asian Champions League tally up to 5. Held in too close to the goalkeeper. Welsh. Shanghai Shenhua now lead Vissel Kobe 4-0. Here it's 3-2. The standings, Kawasaki top, Yokohama second with the game to play. Vissel Kobe third at the moment, Johor fourth, Gwangju fifth, Buriram sixth, Shanghai Shenhua seventh, Shandong eighth. Pohang out of the reckoning for now. Obadan does well. Yeonjae. It's a new group of players though, trying to play around Johor. Kim In-sung does well. Important block from Alvaro. It's an example of the danger though. In-sung once again. Clumsy from Obregon. Obregon has kicked the ball away and has got a stern telling off. Not for the foul, but for the little kick away of the ball from the Colombian. Well, they're not as much as a physical presence as they were in the first half. Zubiare, good save gloves. could come out knowing that there was no big figure there of George Lewis or Lee Ho-jae. Amat looks for Heberty. Oh, he stood on the ball, and that's not nice for Heberty. That could be a nasty injury. Stood on the ball, his knee will have buckled. Oh, gosh. You hope that's not as bad as it looks. Oh, the knee, when it straightens like that, you fear the worst. Let's just hope it's a very quick problem. At least the knee is being flexed and it's being stretched at the moment, but the players immediately knew that that was a potentially serious incident. Got a big squad, but injuries have forced Hector Vidolio to use a lot of the recent recruits. Park Tae-hyun. Well, Heberty thankfully is walking. I really did worry about him. All 5 subs have been. Substitution allowed for Johor. Shin. Kim Jong-woo. Hefty from Anselmo. Shin. Lovely ball over the top. Wang Jae. His movement has been excellent. He scored the goal with his first touch, and there he got himself away. The flag stayed down. Good control, difficult one on the angle. Champions of Progress, an appropriate title to get through to the next phase, the round of 16. With the lure of the Saudi Arabian quarter-finals, semi-finals. And who knows, final. Arribas, a little pull back there on Kim In-sung. Important goal for Oscar Arribas, the equalizer, 8 minutes before the half-time interval. Started a flurry of Johor goals. Obregon. Shin. Obadan. Anselmo. Away by Afik, who needs to be careful. 11 minutes of time to add on. Kim In-sung is there, and that will be a real boost for the visitors from Pohang Steelers. Has been 10 substitutions. Is made at half-time, so there's 9. Firm header out by Israfilov. Free kick given away by Anselmo. man is the man who got there in front of his compatriot, Selma Moraes. It's our first look at him, broad of shoulder. Some work to do. Obadon is 8, Bake is number 10. Obadon comes out wide to Kim In-sung. 6 blue shirts lined up if a cross can come in. And it can, but it's very, very deep. Woo Jung-won ups it up to the far post. It's cleared by Obregon, and a break is on here. Going all the way, and the chance for Heberty, which is not taken, but it's still there. Heberty! It's been allowed, and Johor have got the 4th. Well, the break was on. So many bodies up front. Obregon cleared. Jesse Rodriguez takes the space, finds Heberty. Looks like he's missed the chance, Heberty, but the keeper can't hold on to it. And Heberty passes into the bottom corner. First AFC Champions League Elite goal. Jesse does well. We're checking the goal. I'm not sure for offside, or does he take it out the goalkeeper's hands? Well, the referee's been asked to come over and have a look at the VAR monitor. My understanding of the law is you've got to have 2 hands on the ball. Now, he's got 1 hand, but it's on the top of the ball. Does he have 2? I do believe that will be enough for the referee to overturn this goal. Are there 2 hands on the ball? Decision coming. Goal disallowed. Yun Pyung-guk, a very fortunate goalkeeper. But Pohang Steelers, can they take advantage? Shin Kwang-hoon. Rudi Amat is there. Obregon needs to be strong. It loses out. Bake does well. On the far side, Woo Jung-won. Well, I was mentioning before how the shoulder was slumped for Pohang Steelers, but the substitutions seem to have really invigorated them. And the goal has helped as well. There's Jesse. Jesse Rodriguez. Long ball, 2 at the back effectively for Pohang. That's headed across. It's excellent work. Zubiare goes down. John Mingguang is not happy that he didn't have players attacking the 6-yard box, because the centre-back's done everything right there. Long ball played over to him. He's won it. An equalizer for Pohang will put them level on points with Shandong. Behind on goal difference, but Shandong are playing tomorrow. Jesse Rodriguez! That's number 4. There will be no cancellation of this goal. And probably the most high profile of all the Johor Darul Taksim recruits begins to return some of the faith in him. Obregon does brilliantly. Jesse, well, once he gets through, that's a lovely assist from Obregon. And Jesse looks at the goalkeeper, passes into the corner. Real credit to Obregon, and cool as you like. Now there's a reason you play for Real Madrid. Fourth place, just about guaranteed. Vissel Kobe trail 2-4 now. They've scored 2 late goals against Shanghai Shenhua. Zubiade comes out 17, 18 yards to pluck the ball. Liberty blocked off by Ubadan. Referee happy to let things run. Arif, even happy to dribble in his own penalty area, but Afiq Fazail goes down, makes an important challenge. Arif and Afiq, 2 local boys, but beaten. Ebati comes out, is stripped. That's going to be a yellow card first for Pohang. It's the goal scorer, Kang Kyonjae, who picks up the yellow card. A little bit naughty, that. He's raked his studs down the shin of Hebati. For the second time in about 5 minutes, is in need of some treatment. Kyonjae, a goal and a yellow card. Alvaro. "15 goals scored in 7, and now 8 high-quality Champions League games for Johor Darul Taksim. There has been a lot of money spent, a lot of recruitment, but other clubs have done the same. Johor are proving it's money well spent. Alvaro loses out. Kim In-sung. Is there a late consolation? We're just about to hit the 100-minute mark. Kim In-sung, Obregon, another clumsy foul. Can't fault his work ethic, just his tackling technique. Baek Sun-dong to try to whip this one in. Over everybody, and with that I suspect goes Pohang Steelers' last chance of remaining in this Asian Champions League. Back-to-back defeats in this calendar year really have come back to hurt them. A 4-0 walloping by Kawasaki last week, another 4 conceded here. You can't have that many problems defensively and expect to progress, but for Johor, well, their home form really is something to behold. And Gwangju await them in the quarterfinals. Gwangju 5th at the moment, Johor 4th. Oh, lovely dummy from Oscar Arribas. Is there a 5th? Is there a coup de grace? Arribas finds Obregon. Obregon curls one just wide. Been an excellent second half performance this from Johor. But Pohang, to their credit, still trying to come forward. But we're now 112 minutes. We had the Heberty injury, so there might be another 60 seconds or so. Yo Jongwon. Bake. Space found. Plenty of Johor shirts back though. Harry Fireman doing excellent work. Well, Johor Darul Taksim played to 30,000 crowds in the Asian Champions League, and they certainly serve up value for money, as Obregon has a loan and a long way to go, but he tries to barnstorm his way through and wins a penalty. Referee Adam Makhamde thought long and hard about it. He was up against two. Obadan is there, breaks away from Obadan. Well, there's a tug on the shorts. Even if VAR has a look at that, they've got to give that because of that tug there. Obregon goes down, Obadan is penalised, and Johor Darul Taksim have the opportunity from the penalty spot to score 5 against a former winner of the Asian Champions League. Obregon has got a goal in the Asian Champions League. Arif, I think, wanted it, but Obregon steps up. One all at half-time. A second-half onslaught from Johor Darul Taksim. Obregon makes it 5-2 to Johor Darul Taksim. Pohang Steelers are eliminated. Johor march on. Cool as you like. Waited for Yum Pyongguk just to put his weight onto his right-hand side, passes it into the other corner. It's a 5-star performance by Johor Darul Taksim, and they've done it the hard way. They went to goal behind, the pressure was on. But look in the record books. Pohang won 4-1 and 2-0 when the teams met last. That was in 2021. 4 short years later. Johor put 5 past Pohang Steelers. Srafilov is there. And maybe time for one more as Jesse heads towards the corner. Final whistle goes. A roar of approval from a full house at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. Johor not only qualify, they qualify as 4th best team in the East. Jesse Rodriguez on target, Obregon on target. Arif Ayman on target. Bergson, the important second goal. And Oscar Arribas, they're the 5 goal scorers. Pohang Steelers, well, they came here knowing they needed to win, but they were left absolutely on their knees by a second half onslaught from JDT. It was 5 and could have been more. To their credit, Pohang kept on chasing, they kept on believing. They got themselves back into the game at 3-2 with 10 minutes to go, but then the strength and depth of JDT's substitute bench really came home. And Johor Darul Taksim, they will be in 4th place and a chance to repair the damage done when they play Gwangju in the group stages. Arif Ayman fully belongs in this company. He played his part. Obregon came on for a cameo. He took the penalty that ended the scoring. But Bergson de Silva, I've got to say, he was outstanding after a quiet first half hour. Delighted to see Heberty hasn't picked up an injury, and also good to see the sporting work there from Yun Sang, just to say to Heberty, I hope you're all right. Pohang Steelers shell-shocked. They bow their appreciation to the fans, to the boys of Straits, because the boys of Straits are thrilled to bits with that final score. It's finished here at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. A phenomenal score for Malaysian football. Johor Darul Taksim 5, Pohang Steelers 2.
What are the turning points of the game that led to JDT win?
어떤 부분에서 조호르에게 좀 역전당하는 포인트가 있었다고 생각하는지.
뭐 좀 운이 그냥 저희 쪽으로 안 따라서 지금 경기 결과 이렇게 된 것 같다고 그냥.
Yeah, actually, it's unlucky for our team.
오케이. 땡큐.